Hi guys, welcome to Steelers Fan TV. It's been a while since I uploaded, and the reason I'm uploading is because I'm going on holiday tomorrow and I want to do a season review. So, season review. In my Hillsborough Pumas shirt, who I've been playing for this morning, and we lost, so I'm in a good mood. Today, obviously, we're playing the MK Lightning away, and that is such a dead game on paper. I mean, who'd really want to turn out for that? I mean, it's their last game in the Elite League, but Christ. Who'd want to go to MK Lightning against the Steelers in a dead rubber game? Both sides know what they have got to play for. The Steelers can't get any higher than what they are. So it just seems like, I don't know. We've got to win. We have got to win. I'm sorry, but if we don't win that, then we may as well just call it a day. Right. Season review. What's happened this season? What could have happened? What's going to happen next season? And just a little bit of that, really. So I'll just talk to you for like, 10 minutes or so. Shouldn't take that long. I mean, I hope you're going to be interested. So, obviously, what could have happened? We got rid of so many players in the off-season, it was ridiculous. It was literally like a total wipeout. Just took, like Richard Hammond could have been presented it. Like, it was just wiped out everyone. Looking back on it, you think, well, why did we do that? Why didn't we just wait for a month and just remove some of the deadwood then? Not as soon as we lose in the playoff final, get rid of at least, I think it was 13 or 14 players. I can't quite remember because it was just ridiculous. Like I remember looking at that tweet from the Steelers and just wanted to faint, really. I just couldn't believe what had happened. So what could have happened? That didn't have to be done, and I mean that really didn't have to be done, because at the end of the day we got rid of some players that have now actually come back and have come back to us and have like actually played half decent, but we got rid of them and I just can't understand it. I mean, Mustakov's, for all the faults he has off the ice, he wasn't really such a bad goaltender, and I don't know, we just panicked. We pressed the panic button and we didn't need to. So what could have happened? Recruitment. Now, recruitment needed to be better, and there's no denying that. Not even the hierarchy of the Steelers can deny the fact that our recruitment was crap. From day one, it was absolutely terrible. I mean, you're bringing in the likes of players that haven't really played much professional hockey, but you're expecting them to go and win a title for the first time in 3 years now. It's been 3 years since we last won a title. Has it? No, yeah, 3 years. 3 years since we won the title in 5. Absolutely unreal. And back then, we were getting to finals, we were putting a sense about, we were making sure our name were known. And now, we're bottom, basically. We're going to be 7th after today. And that, for me, sums up the season that we had, just completely. Because we didn't need this. In the off-season, we could have easily been pushing on if we'd have got that recruitment right. And, yeah, okay, some of the players that we brought in have been half decent. DeLuca, for one, but he wasn't in the off-season. I think it was Barrasso that brought DeLuca in, you know. He's a decent player when he gets played, when he gets his mojo, really. He's a decent player. Eberle, you know, he's quite a fan favourite because of his effort, his ethic, working ethic. Sort of skating around people, hitting people into boards. It's decent, but effort doesn't win you games. What wins you games is goal scorers. Now, Eberle, for all of his effort, has got to be better at goal scoring. And yeah, he's only a youngish lad, but at the end of the day, he puts a lot of effort in. But the fans seem to love him for it, the amount of effort he puts in. But if you look at his numbers that he put up, then I don't know. So the players that we all seem to, the majority of the fan base seem to love, aren't as good as we make them out to be. Now, whether that be because of how they were brought in and maybe Barrasso coming in, telling them what's what, you know, something that Thompson probably didn't do. We signed some of the most ridiculous signings I've ever seen. Chris Lawrence, right? Oh, what a llama. Like, seriously. he was bad. And bad, just bad. Like, seriously. He fought, yeah, right, okay. People fight in hockey. DeVoe fought, you know. How long did he last? Against the MK Lightning, you know, he managed to get kicked out and then kicked out the Steelers. Muppet. But it's that sort of thing. Sort of the players that we're bringing in, we have not done the homework on it. We didn't do the homework on them in the off-season. Yes, Thompson's good at bringing in the youth, you know. He signed Kirk, he's now in America. He signed Shudra, and he's now at MK. And look where they're ending up. You know what I mean? It's all that. And, yeah, he was a decent head coach, Thompson. He managed to get us an elite league title and a playoff title. But the season before this one was absolutely dire. You know, we got to playoff final, yeah, but what else did we do in the season? We didn't get anywhere near Challenge Cup. You know, it was just, I don't know where to stand with it all. Oh, yeah, we did get near to the Challenge Cup final, didn't we? Against Cardiff when we beat them about 7-1 at home. It's 6-2 at home and then ended up losing 7-1 away. Oh, God. And after that, we had faith in Thompson. And we had faith in him to bring us up again. But I saw the faults of Thompson completely, even from sort of when I was more of an inexperienced fan. I remember saying after the Challenge Cup final we lost to the Devils in 2017, I just want Thompson gone, you know. We need to just get him out because, yeah, he won the league the season before, but with Jared Adams players. Now, yeah, he brought in Nelson, he brought in Vestberg, brought in Stromberg, all them, but it just, I don't know. This has turned into a rant video, and I mean, I've spent 6.5 minutes now talking about sort of what could have been, like why his recruitment was so bad. What could have been, right? We could have easily been pushing for the lead this season if that recruitment was right. And you know what? I'm just going to draw a line under it. I can't be bothered to go into the recruitment. I'll have to do a separate video for that. Seriously. So what's next this season? First game of the season against MK Lightning. We lost 3-2. And from that moment on that we lost that game, I knew that it was going to be a long season. The next game, I just couldn't be bothered to turn up. So I turned up, we beat 5 in overtime. After that, I don't think I turned up for a couple of games, and then I came back. And to be fair to myself, I've been to every game since Christmas. You know, I haven't missed one. Or I might have missed a couple, but for reasons. But it's just been poor, hasn't it? Like, you've just got to look at it as a whole. Can anyone seriously say they've enjoyed this season? I haven't. I know that we've won games, yeah. I like it when we win games. But losing games, it's just got far too often. Conceding goals has just been ridiculous. Like, our defence went from half decent 2 seasons ago, to just, very, it's limp defending. That's how I'd describe it. Could never clear his lines, could never get it out of our zone, and we're always just chasing around after a puck that we're never going to get. And I know that this season could have been better. And that's the most frustrating thing. We've now got 1 game left and then potentially 3 games to get to the playoffs. 2 games left. After 2 games left. I hope you can't hear that because it's downstairs. I really hope you can't hear what's being said. 2 games left. Sorry, 1 game. I'm sorry about that. 1 game left. 2 games after that for the playoffs. And my God, we need to win today to propel us forward to those playoffs. It'll give us the momentum. Seriously, MK Lightning are crap. We can pick them off so easily. And if we get a few goals, maybe 6 goals, knock them past them. I'm sorry, but they're not that good, are they? Cardiff beat them 9-1 yesterday. You can see why they're going down to the NIHL, you know. And we need to pick them off so easily. We can't afford to concede. We can't afford to do all this. But just get a couple, 5 goals or something like that. It'll just take you through, give you momentum to go on to the playoffs and actually do something decent in the playoffs, you know. We've been to the final 2 years in a row with 1-1. We can't just let it slip like that because, yes, we might not be good enough on paper, but at the end of the day, if people put effort in and score goals. You know, we can't just have effort. We can't just have effort, because that doesn't win you games, as I've said. We need to score goals, we need to create chances, we need to create a lot of stuff. And if we don't, then we're absolutely done for. And I don't know. It's all venting out of me now, just the frustration that I've had this season with the side. Because I've had to write articles weekly about the Steelers, right? I've had to do match reports, match previews, and every time I just think, can this be better next season? Because I was losing the will. At one point, I think it was the Glasgow game when we lost 6-0. I wasn't there for both of the 6-0 defeats or 6-1 or something like that. But that just sums up our season. Glasgow Clan, who are 6th, we are 7th. Glasgow Clan are not a good side, and I don't care what their fans say. They're not a good side, right? They've got Fitzgerald as their captain. Fitzgerald couldn't probably get into our side now in defence. I'm getting just frustrated because, right, this season, I've gone off on a tangent. This season, you've just got to draw a line under it. It's over, you know. There's nothing we could have done about it. I personally didn't think we were going to make the playoffs. I had absolutely no faith in our side to make the playoffs, which is why I was so shocked when we did make them. I was like, you know what, yeah, fair enough, we actually made the playoffs. And it was the fact that most of you are celebrating the fact that we made the playoffs, and it was like, don't do that, you know. We won the league 3 years ago, won the playoffs 2 years ago, didn't win out last year. Please don't celebrate the fact we've made the playoffs. We were always going to make the playoffs, but I never thought we would. And I don't know, it's just been so frustrating. It just feels like 60 games I really could have done with it, getting back. Could have gone to like Nando's or something every Saturday, but end of the day. So 30 games I've spent, what, 30 times 5? 150 quid? Oh no, it's not that bad, is it? 150 quid on Steelers this season, in terms of tickets. Oh no, 300 quid on Steelers tickets, because I'm a tenner to get in, because the council. 300 quid. And now I'm going to pay 310. Fair enough. Anyone else really frustrated about this season? You know, I know it's not a live stream, but is anyone else frustrated? I'd love to hear your comment. Just see what you think about it. So, next season. This is going to be the nicest bit of this whole video. Next season, we have a real opportunity because we're going to get a new coach. It's almost set in stone, you know. Barasso's not that interested anymore. At the end of the day, we're going through motions most of the days that we play. And we've just got to really just get over the line. Be nice to make a name for a Senate playoffs, wouldn't it? You know, maybe get to the semi-final or something like that. Can't say it's doing out. But obviously with a new coach next season, we have got to push on. And we're not going to be able to push on unless we get a recruitment absolutely priceless in the off-season. Like, we just be looking at it like, wow, hockey gods are on our side, you know what I mean? We need someone to come in and say, look, now, get stuff, this is how we're going to recruit players. Bang, 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 get a few players out there and people are thinking like, Christ, we have faith in these again. But if the recruitment carries on as it is, then we're just going to go nowhere as a club. And I do this video for the best interest of the club, you know, I don't... This is like one fan's perspective, maybe like another fan's is different. But next season, I have got one more game of hockey left this season to watch. Then I'll be playing hockey in the off-season. I'll be, you know, doing other things. I won't be doing much blogging because of A-levels. But this is one fan's perspective, and I really do hope that people are less frustrated than me. Because at one point in the season, I thought you were genuinely going to lose the fan base. We were genuinely going to lose the fan base. I thought we were going to go down to like 3k a game. And I think at one point we got 3k through the door. And that was at the bad time, like the really sort of, no one wants to be a part of this sort of time. But to get 6,000 through, most recently, it's absolutely incredible from the club. Because at the end of the day, we're not such a good side this season. But to get people through the door, 6,500 on a Saturday evening, with full prices, against a side that weren't really doing much last week, it's absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, you know, it's not been the greatest season, but to still put up the numbers that we have throughout the season, I think is a great sort of achievement from the club. I mean, you've got people like Belfast who are striving to the top, trying to get that top spot in the league, and they're getting less than 4k through the door on a Friday and a Saturday night. And I just think it's incredible. And next season, we've got an opportunity to actually do something. We've got a fresh start, starting very soon. And recruitment's got to be spot on. And we've just got to start climbing again, you know. We've got to start getting up to like 4th, 3rd. It's not a good season if you get 4th, 3rd. A good season's winning the league. You can't really say you've had a good season if you finish 2nd, because you aren't actually won out. You can't say you've had a good season if you don't win a single trophy because you haven't won anything. You're not good. Other sides are better than you. We've just got to make a name for ourselves again. And it might take next season and the season after. But I just really hope we have a go. I'm going to leave it here. Okay. I think that's been the most honest piece of journalism stroke blogging that I've done in a long time. That's because I'm just frustrated. Today against MK Lightning, we've really got to take it to them. And I mean that. We've just got to hammer them. And if we don't hammer them, then pints on me. So, I hope you all enjoy this game today. Playoffs next weekend. I'll be at the playoffs next weekend, but the playoff weekend is something that everyone enjoys. I hope you all enjoy it, and I will see you possibly next season or next week. See you later.